39-minute dull speedrun. We skipped the... it's all killer, no filler, like Sum 41's best album, I'm assuming. This is Cabin in the Woods. Cabin in the Woods. The Cabin in the Woods. It's not Cabin in the Woods. This is Evil Dead 2013. It's called Evil Dead. It's not Evil Dead. This is The Descent. This is The Descent. Yes! I've seen that. The Descent is good. Let me rephrase. Pretty good. I think it hit harder in like 2008, 2009 because horror was in a really bad place back then. So like a 7 out of 10 horror movie coming out was like a 10 because you only got one of them like every 5 years. Now horror movies, like you usually get like 3 or 4 pretty great ones a year, so it might not hit as hard. But 15 years ago, it was a breath of fresh air, let's put it that way. A round 3 pick out of Middle Tennessee State. This 2X All-Pro safety had 29 interceptions for the Titans in 7 years and led the NFL in interceptions. I mean, it's Champ Bailey, bro. It's got to be Champ Bailey. Not Champ Bailey. Who cares? Good, you know what? Good point. Tevin Coleman rushed for 2,000 yards in his final year at this Big Ten school in 2014. Indiana University. What? I'm a simple man. If they say Big Ten school, I'm putting in Indiana University every time. I don't know any other schools in the Big Ten. I'm going to assume Ohio State is in there as well. Rutgers. Really? Rutgers. More of a basketball school, right? Known for his shot blocking. I thought this was in the NHL. Big man Rafe LaFrentz got drafted 3rd overall by this Western Conference team in 1998. An ass team in 1998. Okay. How about the Vancouver Grizzlies? Worth a try. Warriors were pretty ass back then. True. That's true. Why'd you type Byron? I was going to type Bryant Big Country Reeves because he's the famous Vancouver Grizzlies draft pick. But then I typed Byron instead. Nutmeg State and the Blue Law State. This U.S. state has the Constitution State on its license plates. I knew what the Nutmeg State was at one point, but I think I lost it. Is it New Hampshire? Not New Hampshire. Connecticut, the Nutmeg State. That's Jude Law. That's Jude Law's hair. QT Cinderella's face? You think she's pretty famous? She's doing the Streamer Awards. It could be... I don't know who it is. But it could be Rachel Weisz. Or Margot Robbie. I'm going to go... Or Kate Beckinsale. Or Sienna Miller. Sienna Miller feels most right out of all those. Plus, they're both British, so maybe they... Oh... Who do you think? That's Deborah Messing? It is Deborah Messing, 100%. Without the hair, they debuffed Deborah Messing. What major pizza chain offered a bat-shaped calzone pizza as a cross-promotion with the Batman? Calzone pizza? Little Caesars? I mean, I'm just thinking of the most decrepit pizza. Yeah, okay. Pizza Hut wouldn't debase itself with a bat-shaped pizza, man. This Latin American actor's big break was a supporting role playing the foreign exchange student Fez. That's Wilmer Valderrama. There we go. One day, Gen Z is going to ask millennials to explain Wilmer Valderrama to them, and I'm just going to have to plead the Fifth Amendment. I have no. He played a foreign exchange student who was not Latin, for the record. He was some kind of Middle Eastern on Fez. And then he was also famous for dating like every Disney Channel star during that period. Lindsay Lohan, Demi Lovato. I didn't call him the groomler. You're calling him the groomler. I have no idea. They might have been of age. They were 17. All right, never mind. That's what I'm saying. This movie is called Battleship. I know that. Let's move on. I did not say you have to hand it to him at any point. Why are you saying I said you had to hand it to him? I was saying Gen Z is going to ask us to explain it, and I'm just going to say I didn't have any hand in Wilmer Valderrama being famous. Although I do remember from the show when he said something, something, something in my left shoe. That's verbatim. When a man loves a woman. Bro, that's Michael Bolton. How am I supposed to live without you? People not fucking with Michael Bolton anymore, huh? 36%? Is Deborah Messing. I was like, what the fuck is Jude Law? I thought it was a lady. Why should I change my name? He's the one who sucks? Yeah, man. This, but unironically. I'm not, I mean, I know that he did the tale of Captain Jack Sparrow. I got nothing against Michael Bolton as a person, but I'm not fucking with his music at all. At all. Also, I'm not like regular people. If someone's like a good person or a funny person, but their music still sucks, I'm still not going to listen to it. And if someone's a bad person, but the music still hits, we evaluate that on a case-by-case basis. Some of them are bad enough to kind of like ruin the catalog. Some of them, you cut out the like middling stuff, but you still put a couple of the hottest tracks on the playlist, maybe. Okay, there's got to be tea because boba is not going to go with fet. It's going to be boba, bubble tea, tapioca. Oh, wait, hang on. The ingredients in bubble tea, pearls, other words for boba tea, things associated with boba, spheres in milk tea. You're right. Jelly is also, they put the grass jelly in the milk tea as well. But anyway, Bubble's kind of fucking with me too. So I don't disagree with you on that one. Oxford is a shirt. Polo's a shirt. Tea is a shirt. Flannel's a shirt. That's a given. Things you pop. Things that ooze. Sponge. Sponge cake. Tort cake. Jelly roll. Star. Fed is weird. Penne. Ziti. Tortellini. Fettuccine. Pastas without the ini. It's pastas without the ini. Starts of pasta names. Shit you find on the beach. Boom. Marine invertebrates familiarly. AKA shit you find on the motherfucking beach, bitch. Nice try, Mentat. Kate, I don't know if you were messing with it last night. Last night I made, I guess you'd call it like tagliatelle arrabbiata. Now, it wasn't like, I didn't make the pasta, I didn't make the sauce, but I put the two together. It was delicious. I thought it was delicious. It was good. I made it for us, and then I reheated some pasta that I cooked my daughter like 3 days ago because I was like, she's not going to appreciate the high-level culinary adventure that I just took us on. It was delicious. I was something about, and I got to say, my wife actually deserves a lot of the credit because she bought the pasta. And it wasn't like just your average dried pasta. Like instead of being like in a green bag where all the noodles are like shoved in like a sardine can, they were like, they had a lot of space. It was like free range pasta in the bag, man. And they came in little noodle bundles instead of like one big coil. It was good, man. It was delicious. And you could taste the difference, man. I'm serious. Was it egg pasta? It must have been. That must be the difference. Because it just had a little extra. It's like the inside had a softness, but the outside had like a crispness. A pastler. Yes, they were little nests. You're absolutely right. Man of few words. This is a pun. Iron Man. He only says, I'm Iron Man. Absolutely love. Bit of headwear with gems on it. A crown. A tiara. Your honor. Roof goop. Tar. Class in which you'll encounter a lot of problems. That's math. American idiot. Disney heroine. Moana. Mime. You son of a gun. Mime. A man of few words. Or a woman. A woman could be or is that like a meme or something? I don't know. I'm just saying I'm not trying to make this current events. But like there's some times where I can like laugh about the state of the world, but then like still once every 2 days, I remember with like a wave of dread that the American government is about to be beholden to the Department of Governmental Efficiency headed by Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, which they specifically named Doge after the dog meme. And a kind of like I don't live in the United States, but it surrounds me in a way where I feel like it's inescapable, like I can't escape from that. It's like it's surrounded the whole atmosphere. It sucks up all the air in the room. And in my head I kind of go, ah! And then after like a minute I kind of like forget about it and I get over it and I can like live my life again. But yeah, maybe like once a day or a couple times a week. I'm like, what is happening? And then I'm like, all right, time to pick up my kid from school. But anyway, ignore that part. The evils of Lucy was all around me. Like, it's called Doge? Really? Yeah, I saw that Linda McMahon's going to be the Secretary of the Education. But the bright side of that is that it's the first time I've ever seen a politician get stone cold stunnered like 4 times. Like as soon as the announcement came out, my timeline was just flooded with clips of her getting stone cold stunnered, which is, you got to take the good with the bad, I guess. I don't really know anything about her. I'm kind of like damning her by association, but also at the same time, she was eating a few stunners at the very least. Mi Froma fondue, product of Switzerland. It's like a Gruyere cheese. Is raclette real, by the way? Because I feel like I hadn't heard of raclette at all until 2000. I didn't grow up in a ski type area, to be fair, but I didn't hear about it at all until like 2018, 2019. And now every time I go to the grocery store in the winter, there's like a raclette section, but I've never seen anyone buy any of the cheese or any of the apparatuses. Did I slip into an alternate dimension, or is this just maybe I had a blind spot? We've had it in Quebec all the time. In Europe, we have it now and then. All right, fair enough. It stinks. Well, it is like fried cheese, right? I would eat it, man. I would eat it. I don't know, 11, 10, 10.99, 28 ounces of fondue cheese. And they say he's out of touch with the common man. Look at that, man. Just Googled it. It looks good. I'm sure, man. I mean, I'll level with you. I had fondue once. I wasn't really fucking with it. And I love cheese and I love bread. But I don't know. I think I'm more cut from like the... Is there a European tradition where you just bite the bread like straight off the loaf and then eat cold hard cheese? Instead of the European tradition where you like slice the bread and then dip it in melted cheese? They're both French, all right? Well, I'm more like, I don't know, whatever the French that doesn't do the fondue is. But I would try it again. I'm more Skyrim pilled when it comes to my cuisine, I guess. Like, I'm the only motherfucker in this chat, at least, that whenever we play FoodGuessr and it's like a German dish that's like a boiled ham hock served with boiled potatoes and boiled carrots, I'm like, damn, that looks fucking gas. Everybody else, they like, I don't want to make this a thing. But it's like, whenever there's like Western food, I feel like there's a bias. And they're like, this looks like fucking shit. And then whenever it's like dog shit Korean food, and I love Korean food, but some of it is not tasty to the modern palate, okay? It'll be like pork hooves or something, and people are like, oh, that looks amazing. And I'm like, take it from someone who's had it. It fucking isn't, okay? It tastes like meat toothpaste. Be happy that they got a grilled cheese sandwich up in this bitch, okay? Jokbal is good. You are a 90-year-old steel worker from Pohang, okay? You're not, what are you doing here? You don't know what you're talking about. I'm Korean. I know. You are an 81-year-old ajashi who used to work in the steel mill in Pohang, okay? That's a deep cut. You think I don't know enough about the regional industry of fucking southeastern Korea? That's why their K-League team is called the Pohang Steelers, man. You're probably chill. Whatever. This one's for you. Let's be specific. Happy? 18,000. That's like half the circumference of the Earth, which means basically you can't get further away than this. So I don't know. The Gambia? Yeah, I meant Gambia. Oh, it's warmer. Amazing. How about Madagascar? That's cooler, bro. How about Norway? That's cooler. I could have told you that. How about Uruguay? Whoa! Good recovery. Good recovery. I apologize all that stuff I said about jokbal, okay? Jokbal, sorry. One time I used to eat at the Odeng tent after school all the time, like when I taught, not when I was a student. Each skewer of Odeng, which is fish cake, was through. I'm trying to run the numbers. Give me a second here. Each skewer was 300 won, which is like 30 cents. So you had like 4 skewers, you're getting dinner for like $1.20, which is crazy. But then like, I'm visibly not Korean, in case you didn't know. So one time I was sitting there, occasionally people would like sit down and they'd have like, try to have a conversation with me, which is fine. But then one time I sat down and there was like a really old Korean guy next to me eating some jokbal. And he was like talking to me. And then at the end, he gave me his jokbal when he left. And I was like, I don't really want to eat this. But then the lady who worked at the Odeng tent was like, you should eat it. He gave you that. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. So then I ate it all. And I was like, this is garbage, man. No disrespect. I'm sure she cooked it well. But like, it's just, I mean, garbage in, garbage out. I'm sorry. I just did not enjoy it. But I did eat it out of a sense of politeness. Oh, fuck, dude. American Samoa? Oh, shit. Fiji? Solomon Islands? We can do this. I was just on Hawaii, man. We can do this. The Marshall Islands? That's not even close. How about the Federated States of Micro fucking Nesia? Ooh, Vanuatu. New Caledonia? What the hell is New Caledonia, man? They threw a new country in that shit. They made one up. No disrespect if you're from there and watching. Or whatever. But we can shit talk New Caledonia. There's nobody from fucking New Caledonia watching this shit. You say whatever you want about New Caledonia. I am? No, you're not. You're like dead ass from Cincinnati. You're literally in like a 12-story building in Cincinnati right now. There's nothing, okay, whatever. You're in Milwaukee or fucking Madison. It's all good. I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying, why are you LARPing as a New Caledonian, man? New Caledonia sounds like an off-world colony. You'd be like, oh, the New Caledonians are coming back to Earth today to show us the rocks that they got from the moon. I'm going to find out. It's like Madagascar. I thought I had like 100,000 people and it has like 90 million people. I'm going to get fucking destroyed, man. I'm going to get canceled. So find out New Caledonia has like more people than Indonesia or something like that. Oh, fuck. No, man. Universal opened to 20 million. So this one really was blowing the doors off. Starring Chloe Bennett. Yeah, I had a feeling it might be an animated film. Find Your Way Home. It's a problem for a guy like me. A group of misfits encounter a young Yeti named Everest. This is not Smallfoot. It's Abominable. It's the other Yeti movie from like the same year. We get there? I'll take my check mark with 0 points. It's not Zendaya as Michi. Smallfoot is Zendaya as Michi. Abominable is like, I think Abominable is like a heartwarming story. Smallfoot just kind of existed to sell CDs, I think. I say that even though my child was obsessed with that movie until she saw Trolls and then dropped it instantly. Hugh Bonneville. We've been expecting you. Laura Carmichael. Is this the Downton Abbey movie? It's because I have nothing to go on. It is Downton Abbey. I'm insane. I'll take my 80 points. All I knew about it was that these are two very British names and drama romance history. That's all I got. STX Entertainment. Isn't this like a Korean company? Starring Constance Wu. This might be Crazy Rich Asians. This is To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Wasn't that a Netflix original? Constance Wu. Was she even... Drama, comedy, crime? Hustle or be hustle. It's Hustlers. A hustler's work is never through. We making nickels, we making moves. Only thing we know how to do is work hard, play hard. The Hustler. Who's the lady in To All the Boys that I loved before? Some girl? Lana Condor. Can I say something? Who the hell is Constance Wu? She's from Hustlers? Shut the fuck up, New Caledonian. She's also in Crazy Rich Asians. I don't know who Constance. I thought I knew who Constance Wu is, but I don't think I know who Constance Wu is. I don't think I know her. I don't think I've seen anything she's been in. James McAvoy. Now we're talking. Warner Brothers, James McAvoy, 2019. A horror drama fantasy. This Glass came out in January. I think Split is older than this, but I gotta throw something down Main Street. It Ends. Split came out in January. I trust myself. Jessica Chastain. Every time, man. Insidious. Wasn't there See No Evil? Because then there was like this See No Evil 2. Everyone was saying it looks like dog shit, right? But It Ends would be See No Evil, Hear No Evil. I have absolutely no idea. It's It Ends. Fucking plot. 27 years after overcoming the malevolent supernatural entity Pennywise. Fuck you, Bill Skarsgård, motherfucker. Demonic clown ass. You're thinking of Speak No Evil? Well, what the hell is See No Evil? There's See No Evil, See No Evil, Hear No Evil, See No Evil 2, and Speak No Evil. And you're going to tell me that Speak No Evil has no connection to those other movies, but it does have James McAvoy in it. Stupid. Brad Pitt, 20th Century Fox, Brad Pitt. Not really a huge seller at the box office. Oh, it's Ad Astra. Did it really bomb this bad? Ad Astra was not a good movie to see in theaters, but the longer that time goes on, the more I kind of appreciate that at least it got made. Like I think that I thought that what I was going to get into was like a science fiction, pseudo intellectual, but mostly like popcorn type movie, because the only action scene in the entire movie was like 90% of the trailer. But what it really is like a more, I don't know, kind of like understated and mature meditation on like fatherhood and legacy. But seeing it in the IMAX theater was not the right place to see that. I set myself up for disaster on that one. It's also boring. Yeah, it was pretty boring. But I think it might be good. A lot of boring movies are pretty good. See, this shit looks fire, man. Reindeer meat, butter, onions, mushrooms, heavy cream, salt, black pepper, lingonberry jam, and mashed potatoes. This is what it's all about. This is the shit right here, man. That's from Norway, man. Thinly sliced, partially thawed reindeer meat. That's renskav, dude. I can get down with that. Christmas meal. This in a blizzard, dude. Capital B blizzard, like from DQ? Absolutely. They probably don't even need to go to Dairy Queen out in Trondheim. They just hold the cup out the window, right? Rice, blue pea flour, coconut milk, kaffir, lime leaves, lemongrass, turmeric. It looks good. I'm not going to sit here and condescend to you that it doesn't look good. It looks good. Sambal. I want to say it's Thailand. But then it's always Indonesia when it's Thailand in this game. It's Malaysia? Borders? Okay. Traditional Malaysian dish that originates from the northeastern states of Kentucky and Tennessee. That's big, man. Guys, hang on. There's a content warning on the food. This image may be upsetting to those with trypophobia. It's not that bad, okay? Like It's genuinely like I was expecting to see something that was kind of a nightmare. I'm gonna show it. If you have really bad trypophobia, look away for like 5 minutes. But it's not as bad as a lotus pod. That's for sure. Like it's not that bad. It just looks like goop. I thought it would be way worse than that. That's tapioca pudding, man. Is that from like the United Kingdom? Yep. I'm crying now, thanks. Unknown creator, the unknown creator of the goop, man. Yeah, I don't want to see the frog picture. Like I probably shouldn't say it. If you get freaked out by the frog spawn picture, I think that's fair. But like if you get freaked out by that image of tapioca pudding, I sentence you to, I don't know. I sentence myself to having more empathy. But also I'm sentencing you to I grow up a little bit, I guess. I don't know. Because that's just goo, man. That's not like... You got to do some like exposure therapy on tapioca pudding if the picture actually causes you like a problem. Because you can't expect to go your whole life without seeing something like that. You'll find like chia puddings anywhere under the sun, man. But did I already tell you? I meant to tell Dan. Did I already tell you guys about how I ate like 5 acai bowls on vacation and I found out they're made of ice cream? I thought it was a healthy breakfast, man. I think I'm still burning off the acai bowls. Shit pissed me off. After I found out it was made of ice cream, I did still have like 2 more acai bowls, but... Okay, we can thrice it up real quick. Insultingly, there's a Spanish-only Spain and Portugal edition of what culinary red guide? Zagat? Michelin? I should have gone with Michelin first. Does anyone even still do Zagat? Like Zagat, I don't know if this is too like urban of a bit, but anytime I go to a Vancouver restaurant and it has like a sticker on the window that's like Zagat rated 2007, I'm like, oh, here we go. This place they did not keep up with the times, man. I don't know if they're still doing Zagat. I don't know what it is. I think it's like people wanted their restaurants to be rated by Michelin, but Michelin didn't come to any city except for like 30 of them in the world. So Zagat kind of swooped in and was like, we'll rate them instead. It's great if you need a place to take your parents around your college campus. That's 100% true. You are getting bread with the meal for sure. If there's a star that says Zagat 2008 on the front of the restaurant, they will be bringing bread out to the table after you order entrees, and your dad will appreciate that for sure. I'll appreciate it. I got nothing wrong with it. Healthy corals are all bright because of single-celled photosynthetic creatures called what xanthalae? Cyanoxanthalae? Oh. When a non-human animal passes a disease to people, that's called what gnosis? Zoonosis. Yes! These are questions I should know as a biology major. Well, I should have known them 15 years ago. I've got no reason to know them now. Playwright Moss Hart hailed from Brooklyn's Coney Island adjacent neighborhood called what gate? Steins Gate. In his mature Maine years, Winslow Homer made a very typical series of etchings called The Perils of the Sea. Seagate? Don't they make hard drives? Maybe that's where they make them. The Chang'an-Tianshan corridor is a section of what historical route? Silk Road. Is there anything that could even possibly be another answer for that? That's the easiest three-pointer of all time. A Jean-Paul Gaultier fashion show and a futuristic ballet were part of the bonkers 1997 premiere of what Luc Besson film? The Fifth Element. Easiest question of all time. Chris Tucker earned a Razzie Award for Worst New Star with his turn as Ruby Road in what campy sci-fi romp? They didn't know what they were doing back in 1997, man. Did you see the picture on Twitter of the guy who was watching the Die Hard 3 edited for TV version? So when John McClane is forced to go to Harlem wearing the sandwich board, it says, "I hate all people," or "I hate everybody." And then it looks like, I mean, I didn't see the movie, I just saw like the tweet, but it looks like people are like trying to kill him because he's a nihilist. And he's oh man, such a great bit. I hate everybody. Oh man, we got one more in us. What do we do? I like a little disorderly from time to time. Broadway musicals in terms of box office revenue. Adjusted for inflation. That was my next question, and there it is right there. So, I mean, Rotten Tomatoes score, we know Cats is going to be pretty low. Phantom of the Opera, Gerard Butler, Emmy Rossum, did well, but didn't make a ton of money. Cats is probably going to be fairly low. I believe it may have also, it came out a little bit before the pandemic, but the cinema score on that's going to be trash. Now, adjusted for inflation, Mamma Mia made a ton of money. Adjusted for inflation is tripping me up because I was not alive when The Sound of Music and Grease came out. They're obviously sensations. I feel like The Sound of Music might have been one of those movies that was in theaters for like 30 years. And I feel like Grease also must have been. I think we got it locked down, man. What can I say? He knows cinema, man. It's that easy. I mean, even these are like pretty close. 1.9 versus 1.6. I didn't know that I thought Phantom of the Opera honestly made like $80 million. I didn't know it made 258. It made 154 million in 2004 dollars. We gotta get the movie industry back, man. But it's like it's a yin and a yang, because like we gotta go back to the theaters so that they know that there's like money in making good movies, but they gotta make some movies that get us back into the theaters. So like we gotta almost have like a handshake deal. Like we gotta turn the nuclear key at the same time, okay? I'm more worried about the inflation change for Cats. Yeah, it is kind of. Usually, if a movie was like 5 years old, 15 years ago, you'd be like, we won't even bother adjusting it for inflation because it's going to be like 2 or 3%. But now you're like, anyway. All right, slash marker me.